Hello, hello. Ah, shit, I haven't had my yogurt. Oh, damn it. I brought in a yogurt to have a snack and I've forgotten to have it before stream started because I got preoccupied with things. Hi, everyone. How are we doing today? Hello, G Charizard and Aaron and Thunder Phoenix and Ouija and Scout and Muff and Adam and Mare. And if I missed anyone, yell at me. Not too loud, though. I can hear you. I'm playing Master Duel Yu-Gi-Oh! And helping my other friends get started in TCG Pocket. Ooh, nice. I've never been into Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is absolutely never been my thing, unfortunately. It's like, my brain is too filled with Pokemon to even think about getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! In the same way. Okay.
I'd give you missed anyone, but I wanted an excuse to yell.
Thank you for the bit, Thunder Phoenix. And happy 420, Mare. But yeah, I can't get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because my head is too full of Pokemon in the same way that my head is too full of, like, Overwatch lore to get into, like, Apex or Valorant or DBD lore in any way. Like, my brain is too overwatched to really care about anything else. But yeah, I hope everyone's been doing well. How are our weekends? How are our... Thank you, Atare. Welcome in. That's an odd way to redeem salutations. That's... That's for damn sure. I don't blame you. A lot of people have issues with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Where the end boards are filled with cards that negate to stop their opponent from playing the game. I have no idea what that means, but that definitely sounds frustrating. But yeah, I hope everyone has had a good holidays. For the people who, well, the thing is, even if you don't celebrate the holiday, you know, you kind of get forced to at least have the day off, considering it's like a long weekend, you know? So I hope everyone is enjoying their long weekend, whether or not you celebrate Easter or not, neither here nor there. My Easter was good. I have a giant rabbit that my mum bought me that's just sitting on my desk, and I'm slowly making my way through it. Yesterday, I ate its ears. Today, probably its face. Going down slowly. Classic starting point? Oh, for sure. Like, I wouldn't eat the bottom first. That's weird. No, go for the ears first, and then you eat the feet last. I've just been playing Magic with Mates, The Gathering? Or something else. I was gonna start having my chocolate rabbit now. Hell yeah. I have a rabbit and I have a big egg, and then I have a lot of smaller eggs, but I like to get through the big things first, personally. But I'm trying to ration myself with them. I think my sweet tooth is waning a bit, especially because of, you know, all of my tooth issues in the past few years. I can't just eat incredible amounts of sugar, unfortunately. That's just, my body doesn't want me to do that anymore. But no, I've had a good weekend. I had a board game night with some friends on Saturday, which was very fun. We played Mysterium, and then we played this game called Mental Blocks, which was so much of a mind fuck, but it ended up being really, really fun. I don't have any Easter chocolate, but I had Curly Whirlies last week, so I'm okay. What is a Curly Whirly? Because I don't think those are an Australian treat. Or at least unavailable. Okay, never mind. Atare says Curly Whirlies exist in Australia. I still don't know what they are, though. I had a pretty good Easter. I got a $10 Amazon gift card, which I spent on a metal Sonic Funko Pop, and the rest of the stuff I got is enough candy to last me a couple of weeks. Hell yeah, that sounds pretty good. For the next few weeks might be me focusing on murder mystery games. That sounds fun. They are in Australia. Scout or oh, they're caramel. Okay. See, now I understand why I've never had them. I'm I can't have, well, it's not like, ugh. Caramel is weird for me. The caramel I eat has to be like, it has to be subtle. Like, like salted caramel laced in vanilla ice cream or something like that is like the caramel that I can have. I can't just have like straight caramel in something because it gives me a headache. I don't know why. I don't know if it like I don't think it counts as like an allergic reaction or something or an intolerance of some kind, but my body just thinks caramel is just too much. It's too much. So I don't, unless it's in like ice cream, I don't eat caramel. So yeah, so I don't think a curly whirly would be very up my alley, unfortunately. Though I do love the name. I think the name is beautiful, actually. I think the name is the best part. But yeah, I'm glad that everyone had a good holidays, had lots of good treats. Would we like to play some squares today? I personally like caramel quite a bit. I like it the most when it's mixed in chocolate in some way. The thing with me as well is that, like, I don't like when chocolate is mixed with things. Like, my favorite kind of chocolate is just straight chocolate, straight milk chocolate, Cadbury milk chocolate specifically. Everything else sucks. But I don't like when there's other things in the chocolate. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Rocky Road. I'm not a huge fan of like chocolate covered anything. It's just like Maltesers, not a fan of those. Just not for me. There's more 7-letter words than 5 and 6-letter combined. That is interesting. I've been fiending for pastries. What pastries are you a fan of? Oh, there's a 10-letter. I don't like this already. All right, I'll switch over. But I don't like this. I don't like this, chat. This is already... Ugh. I don't like when there's big ones. Zing. Zing isn't a word. I'm done. Danishes, crowns, tarts, croissants. Croissants are good. Croissants are good. I agree with that. Bins? There we go. How about bing? Yep. Ting. Tins. Hing. Nope. Can't believe they're erasing the hit Oz pop culture retailer Zing. Truth. Love that place. No, there isn't really one near me, but there isn't EB Games near me. So. What was I thinking? Raging? Ragging? Bagging. We've got a lot of INGs on the cards. Shin? Shing? Nope. Shining? Nope. Missed the G. There we go. Bragging. I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. There's our 8 letter. Nice job. Um, I don't know, tining? Okay, that's a word, I guess. Uh, um, hmm. Can you do shindig? There's no D. Rip. Gins? Shining? Just did that, Aaron, but thank you. Uh, lint? Uh, did I do Bing? I did do Bing. Bing has been binged. Bing has been bonged. Bing bong. Um, hins. Okay, not a word. Uh, she. Feel like there's more SHs here. Sing. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Signing? Sinning? Nope, not enough N's. I feel like there's both too many N's and not enough N's at the same time. And I don't like it. Have I done just brag as the 4 letter? I haven't. Am I okay? Garb? There we go. There it is. There we go. Binning, not enough N's, Aaron. Gilt, G-I-L-T. Sounds good to me. Is like just ironing. Oh my goodness, can I spell? No, I can't. Higgs? Nope. Hint. Hint. I love a good hint. Ins, that's it. Ins? I don't know, is ling a word? Bonus. Lins is a word, a real one, thank goodness. Hinting! Oh, I like that a lot. I like that. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Is there something like tin bagging or something? Is that the word? Like, I feel like it's like bagging or ragging or something. Lin bagging? Binting? B-I-N-T-I-N-G? Not a word. Aging? A-G-I-N-G? Nice. Raging? Ah, age. Oh, I've already done that. Can't make teabagging? Unfortunately not. Also, I feel like that wouldn't be a word. Because I feel like teabagging as a verb is actually not valid as a word. Because it's like just like video game slang, I'm pretty sure. Lining? I thought I did that. I did do that. I'm not silly after all. Lin in and lin ins. I don't like that. I can't believe Squares is oppressive towards gamers. We deserve it. I think. I think we deserve that, actually. A rabbi? Rabbin? Nope. Rabbis? Oh, bonus? What? Grab? Nice. Hey, Cass, how you doing? Welcome in. I don't... I don't like this. Oh, I should do a little spin. I should do a little twirl. I don't like this. I don't like this little group of 4 letters. It's not a fun group. Bigs, already done, I think. Already done. Gigs! There's one. There's one. Zigs, of course, along with the zags. Thank you, Mayor. How you been? I've been good. I've had an alright weekend. Alright long weekend. Hope to end well. What? Like, what? Bling! Oh, that's a good one. That's What do you mean bling is a bonus? I'm sorry, G Charizard. You deserved better than that. That was so rude. How about, like, baggin', like Bilbo Baggins. Lord of the Rings is real, right? I say, having never watched any of the Lord of the Rings. A Crimson Storm? Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh thing? Nope. Nope, not happening. Oh, Charizard EX's big attack. Is it the Shining Revelry Charizard EX? Because I don't have, because that is one of the two, that is one of the 2 Shining Revelry Pokemon I do not have. Oh, the original one. I've never played with that Charizard. My fire deck is Arcanine EX. My fire deck is Moltres EX and Arcanine EX. Because I'm stubborn and I don't like using OP decks. I like using underrated decks that are underrated for a reason, but I still like them. The only quote-unquote meta deck I've used is the Superior Celebi deck. Because I like that one a lot, actually. Also, I do have 2 immersive Celebis. Like, bruh, I gotta use them somewhere. I can't just ignore them. Gabbling? What the fuck does that mean? Excuse me? You played Superior Celebi? To be fair, I've only used it in bot matches. I've never actually used it in PvP. I've only used 3 decks in PvP. And that's Thunder Phoenix, that's Zap, and that's a Burn Baby Burn. I love giving my... But because of the solo battles, I do have a deck of, like, every type that I use to defeat the solo battles. I have a Scolipede Darkrai deck. I have a fighting type deck that I don't have any EXs in. I have the Lucarios with those 20% damage boosts, and then I have Mankeys and Doug Trios. And that works fairly well. I call that deck Go Kick Rocks. And then I have a water deck called Woder. And then I have oh, you know what? Primeape is definitely a good mon for a no EX deck. I use two different Primapes. I use the event Primeape, and then I also use the Primeape that's that does damage, that does more damage if it's already been damaged. All right, let me look at my decks. Oh, I have a Chansey pick available. Never mind, I have to do this real quick. Sorry, chat. I'm playing TCG Pocket now. Whoopsies. My bad. Let me get this out of the way. Will it be Riolu or Pachirisu? It'll be the Pachirisu. Let's go. Let's go. I'll be done soon, I swear. Sorry to get distracted. Oh, never mind, I have a bonus pick too. Whoopsies! Barging? Ah, yes. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Thank you, Mayor. I'm sorry for being distracted from the squares. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. I'm done the bonus pick. Let me get to my decks. Let me look at my decks. Okay. My decks. I have Zap, which is my electric type deck. It's Zapdos EX, and it's the Pikachu EX. I have Burn Baby Burn, which is Moltres EX and Arcanine. I have Shadow Clan, which is the dark type deck, and that is Scolipede and Darkrai. I have I'm So Normal, which is the normal type deck, and it's it's just Wigglytuff. That one needs reworking. I have Woder, which is Lapras EX and Greninja, and obviously Floatzel, Buizel, because duh. Then, oh, Snit. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. There we go. I have Go Kick Rocks, which is Lucario, Primeape, and Doug Trio. I have Balls of Steel, which is just basically every steel type in the deck. Every steel type I have, because I don't have a lot of steel types, but Skarmory is probably my favorite. I have a Whirple, like that meme that's like, oh, why he a Whirple? And that's my Psychic deck, which is Togekiss, Cresselia EX, and Mew EX. And then I have my Celebi Superior Shiinotic deck, which is the good Kush. But Kush is censored, because you're not allowed to have Kush in this game. You're using Cresselia EX? Yeah, basically the only decks that I have that are, like, functioning in the fact that they actually work very consistently is my fighting type deck, my electro type deck, my grass type deck, and my fire type deck. The rest are a little up in the air. Garnish. Whoops. Double. Oh my goodness. All right. There we go. Wow, that really narrowed them down. We got 2 left. Let's see. Okay. What? Sibling! Oh, that's cute. Cute. And Blinn. Whatever the fuck that means. What is Blinn? Hello? Sibling was cute, though. Okay, what next? Let's do a Squirtle. What is a snit? I can look that up. A fit of irritation. So he was in a snit this morning. So I guess it was like he was in a mood. He was in a bad mood, I guess is what a snit is. It kind of works. All right. You know the rules, chat. Give me a Pokemon, gens 4, 5, or 6. We start in the middle, then we go from there. You know the rules, and so do I. My bird is always in a snit. Same. Pepsi. Pepsi is always in a snit. Pepsi is never out of a snit. Okay. Higher than Gen 4, not ghost or ice, shorter than 1.3 meters, weighs less than 26.6 kilos. Interesting. Okay. So now let's go for a Gen 6 or a Gen 7. I always end up when I think, oh, Charger Bug. I'll do Charger Bug. I was gonna do Rockruff because I always end up doing Rockruff, but Charger Bug works. Okay. Lower than Gen 7, so it's Gen 6 or Gen 5. It's also not electric or bug. It is shorter than 0.5 meters and weighs less than 10.5 kilograms. So this is a little guy. We got a little guy incoming. Pepsi only knows one emotion, and that is snit. Absolute. No, she has two emotions. They are snit and hungry. That's it. There is snit, hungry, and asleep. The three states of Pepsi. All right. Litwick. Ghost is already crossed out, unfortunately. What's Diancie? Rock Fairy. It's also too tall. One of my mates gave me 7 Squirtles to solve over voice because he knows I'm an encyclopedia up until Gen 7. I wonder if this is going to be one of them. It might be. She's got priorities? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She will love you, and then she will suddenly no longer love you, and you will get bit. But my trick is that I don't love her enough. I don't brush her a lot. I don't pat her a lot, because if you go too far, she has a go at you. Thank you for the head pats, Wolf. Welcome in. Meloetta. Okay, that's a choice. That's 0.6 meters. Little too tall. Little too tall for this today. Do we want to just do a starter? Let's just do fucking Froakie. Gen 6. Shorter than 0.3. It's Flabebe. It has to be Flabebe. It's the other one. It's Floette. No, what the fuck? This is mean. What do you mean? Okay. So, what's another fairy type that is not in the Flabebe line that is 0.2 meters? Spritzy? Spritzy. You bitch. Ah. Screw that guy. Slurpuff better. Actually, no, I do like Spritzy better. I do like Spritzy better. But that was so mean! That was so mean that it was basically like, yeah, it's basically Flabebe, but it's taller and weighs more. So I was like, okay, so it's Floette, not Floette. Ooh, how rude. Anyway, let's go! We got it in the end, somehow. That took me for a loop. Do we want to play some Edgeworth now? I want to play Edgeworth now. Update on my Lego set. I am now on bag 3 of 5. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's open Ace Attorney. Let's hope that Steam doesn't have to update anything. Please don't. True, I was in fact raging internally at that. That was frustrating. Steam, don't try to update any games right now. Okay, I have no games to update. I do still need to re-download Dead by Daylight. 'Cause that... I still need to do that. There we go. We're in. Alright. I don't actually know how long this stream is going to be, because I don't actually know how long the end of this case is. So, this case could end very quickly and I would be a clown. But, alas, I am a yapper, so it'll still take longer. I'm coming into this missing so much context. So the way that this works, Atare, is that we know who the killer is, but unfortunately, the killer is actually the kidnapper, the kidnapped, the person who was quote unquote kidnapped. He faked his own kidnapping with 2 other accomplices, then killed one of the accomplices and framed the other accomplice. Yeah, it's Earlobe Guy's son. So we basically know who the killer is. However, we can't investigate the actual scene of the crime to prove that it was him because today his father bought the crime scene and is now not letting anybody in. So, Mr. Earlobe Musk, wait, you're so right. That's the only thing we're calling him from now on, chat. It's Earlobe Musk, okay? I'm not allowing any other nickname for this guy, because that is so correct. So yeah, that's why the title of today's stream is Eating the Rich in Ace Attorney, because this guy sucks. This guy sucks. Yes, we are on the latter half of the final confrontation. So this stream could end in an hour. It could also end in 3 hours, depending on how much I derail the stream. So, we'll figure it out together. What I did know is that it was too long to finish last week, but it may be too short to be a whole stream this week. Yeah, depending on how locked in I am, this could end in a minute, could end in an hour, or could end next week. You never know. It's just how I go. If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost. K to the rescue! Hold it, hold it, hold it! K? Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this. And what is that? I love Kay's theme. I love Kay's theme because it sounds kind of like a Crash Bandicoot, like OST. Her theme is a Crash Bandicoot type beat, you know? Like, listen to, do you get it? Like, listen to this. Do you hear it? Never played Crash Bandicoot, but I believe you. Never playing Crash Bandicoot is a sin. I don't know what to tell you. When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. Is she gonna break in? Says the person who's never played a single Mario platformer. I played a pirated Mario platformer that was like a flash game in high school that everyone in my grade passed around through a USB. So like, I actually have kind of played Mario. I've kind of played Mario, actually. There was just a USB that our grade had that had a shit ton of flash games on it. That's such an Aussie primary school core thing. It was high school that this happened. This happened in like year 9 and 10. So I was like 14, 15 at the time. And like someone had a USB and it just got passed around and like copied onto other USBs. And so I just had a shit ton of like flash games. I had Learn to Fly. I had like 3 Learn to Fly games, which were all of, you know, those games where you play a penguin that's like making contraptions, different kinds of gliders and stuff to upgrade and fly. I had those. I had like 2 versions of Duck Game. Like the game where like you hatch ducks and then you put them and then like you make them compete in races and stuff like that. And then I remember having like this sniper game, but I don't remember what it was called, but I did have a fun time with it. Guess that means I've sinned as well, since I've also never played Crash Bandicoot. I have the first and third one for the PS1 and I have the Insane Trilogy, but I've never gotten around to playing them yet. Well, do it. I don't have a lot of memories of playing Crash Bandicoot because I was very young, kind of when they released and when I played it with like my much older cousins. I was maybe like 4 or 5, but like I have played it. I have played Crash Bandicoot before. Look, you just leave it to me, for I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great Yatagarasu. But I thought you were a thief, not a hero. The Yatagarasu is noble and is always a thief of justice. That's... of course! Oh, she's gonna give us that, like, hologram. If we have enough information, I can recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. Plus, if we then factor in everyone's testimony, you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. We may be able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. So we basically just have to use Edgeworth's memory to get the correct haunted house blueprints. Agent Lang. Oh, I need to figure, how do I get into his voice again? Ah, so you want to use your little toy? Be my guest. No, that was not it at all. Okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Detective Gumshoe, is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprint among the police's reference documents? Yes, sir. We just got it in case we needed it for the kidnapping case. If there's one voice in this game that's super easy to get into, like I don't need to like do any voice exercises to get the voice right, it's Gumshoe. Gumshoe is so easy because I just deepen it like through my throat. Like I just go and I'm Gumshoe. Or I'm my version of Gumshoe. I'm not the actual voice of Gumshoe. I've watched the anime. How I say Gumshoe, how I voice Gumshoe is not how Gumshoe is actually supposed to sound. I've just stuck with it. We got it just in case we needed it for the kidnapping case. All right, I'll input the haunted house data then. We've been teleported! Wait, what is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside the haunted house. Even if we can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene. Okay, what should I recreate first? You haven't figured it out yet? Maybe I have and maybe I haven't, but I'm going to make you do all the hard work. Very well. I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. If I can verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. We got a map. I had just come out into the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall. Eh? What was a badger doing all the way down there? Wait, maybe that's the dead one! Wait! Wait, it's the dead one! I'm sure that badger's the dead one. Eh? What was a badger doing all the way down there? I also thought it strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for atmosphere. Do you know which badger it was? No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette. Well, from what it looks like, it looks a little bad badgery to me because it's got that strap across it. Oh no, it's blue badger. Bad badger, okay, it's blue badger actually. My bad, I'm just talking out my ass here. Thank you for the posture check, D-Gauge. The badger needs one of these. You're so right, actually. In that case, I guess I'll just program a badger silhouette in for now. Okay, programming complete. And a hydrate, thank you, D-Gauge. He looks like a Teletubby. Hoping it would be the one where you said having gay thoughts about a strap. Oh, well. Quote, bot has his own thoughts. Wait, you can actually use command. I didn't know that. Oh no. We're gonna be seeing a lot more of the Yowie dog quote, aren't we? Then I started walking towards the exit. And that's when you were struck from behind, right? Anala Dreams! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello! Hello, Hepcat! Hello, Anna, how are you doing? I am, in fact, in the haunted house right now, where we're finishing the big case. The weird case. So many badges. And they don't, I hate that they call them badges, but they don't even look like badges. But how was Prosecutor's Gambit? No spoilers. But I hope it went well. Have you solved a case? Have you been having fun with it? Also, sorry, two other things. Introducing myself. Hi everyone, I'm Zev. I am a variety streamer who likes to stream mystery games on Mondays especially. Currently, I am playing Miles Edgeworth Investigations. That's not the title, but close enough. And also, if anyone from the raid needs to raid and run, feel free to head out, go eat, sleep, have a good evening, have a good rest. There is no pressure to stick around. You finished episode 2 finally? Oh, is it a long case? Eat candy? That too. I have a chocolate bunny with me right now, so don't worry. I'm with you on that one, Hepcat. And that's when you were struck from behind, right? Yes. But that's odd. The hallway is a dead end. Where did your assailant come from? There is only one location I can think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait here. I kind of feel like he was... Well, we kind of already know through the audience knowing something that Edgeworth doesn't, that he could be the Badger. So, I'm gonna say here. Oh my goodness, my health is low. I can't get much more wrong here. Oof.
Take that!
That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was, in fact, a costumed kidnapper. Oh, so he used the costume as the perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house. Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop-off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I wonder why. I feel like we don't quite have the motive yet. Like, you could have just gotten the money, and unless you wanted to split it 2 ways instead of 3-way, or he probably just wanted the money all to himself instead of having to split it 3 ways. That's probably what he wanted to do. But that's like... dick move, dude. Along with the whole, you know, fake kidnapping, murder, and framing your girlfriend for the murder. Either it's a long case or I just took a long time. That's fair. Why was the reason to knock him out? Yeah, I'm not quite there yet. Wasn't it stated last time that the killer put the badger mask on Edgy's head to make him look like the victim? Yes. Okay. They had to use Edgeworth. What a fucking complicated plan. Like, I wouldn't... Listen. If I'm a guy who needs money and I decide to fake my own kidnapping with 2 other people and then do a ransom thing and then split the money 3 ways, personally, I would be happy with that. I wouldn't then go on to create a convoluted murder plot to try and get all the money myself. Like, I don't know. I guess that's just me. I guess that's just me. Not him, just me. I'd just take the 3rd and run with it. But, oh well. Moth bongos. I have no possible idea what that message could mean, Moth. I'm sorry. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this. Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself. Just don't use it to do anything criminal, okay? He looks like a Teletubby from a side view. Is there a green Teletubby? What's he called? Ace Attorney murders be simple, challenge impossible. Yeah. I'm just not locked in. You're right. I just don't have the brain power for this. Well, on top of that, I also don't have the brain power or the moral conscience to kill or frame someone for a kill or fake my own kidnapping. So, I guess overall, this situation is completely impossible for me. Well, Lance? What are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you a chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up to the haunted house, but I never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money. Ah, it's Dipsy. I see. I think my mum hated the Teletubbies, so I didn't watch the Teletubbies a lot as a child. I watched a lot more Elmo's World than Teletubbies. Sesame Street clears. He didn't set foot inside? Is he telling the truth or is this another lie? All right, then you're claiming that it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me? Yes, I'm sure it was him. Okay, inputting the new info now. Mr. Deacon was the bad badger, right? Since the bad badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon is in its left hand. Which also makes sense considering I'm pretty sure Deacon is left-handed. Pingu, I also liked Pingu. I also watched a fair amount of Pingu. And Play School, for the Australians out there, and Bob the Builder, and Fireman Sam, and Bananas in Pajamas, and Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men. Those, and obviously the Wiggles, and High Five as well. And Postman Pat. Postman Pat. Oh, and Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh my goodness, so many throwbacks. So many throwbacks. The flower pots, I miss them. Yeah, my mum in the garden had a couple of like gnomes that were made out of like flower pots. And we would call them Bill and Ben. Even though they didn't look like Bill and Ben, they were still like flower pot people, so we called them Bill and Ben anyway. I have no idea what Ubi is. Are boobas the colorful guys? The weird color guys with like massive tummies? I've said this before, but Thomas the Tank Engine was my first ever special interest. I had so many of both the small wooden ones and the bigger motorized ones. You know what? Atari? Thomas the Tank Engine might have also been my first special interest because I had a little book. I had a series of like 30 books about Thomas the Tank Engine. They were all really thin and really easy to read, and they were all, and like each of them were based on a different character. So basically I knew like every tiny little character of the show. My favorite was Toby. I liked Toby a lot. And then also Cranky, because where I lived, there was a giant crane, like, because something was being built nearby and there was a giant crane, and so we called it Cranky. And then I used to love watching a movie that my mum had taped, which was Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Good movie. Good movie. Now to verify the facts of this recreation. Now we investigate. I think it was mine too. I still have so many wooden trains and tack prices as well, and other merchandise and DVDs of the episodes back when I was a kid. I don't think I have any of the merch anymore, but I did used to have a few, like, of the toy trains and stuff as well. What do I have from my childhood? I have a couple of, like, my childhood stuffed toys. And I have a couple of books from when I was little. But I think a lot of my really little baby toys and stuff aren't around anymore, which, fair enough. It's not stuff that I'm particularly interested anymore. My favorites are Oliver, Donald, Douglas, and Duck. Ah, I don't remember them. I remember the names, but I don't remember them. I think I kind of remember. Were Donald and Douglas twins? Was that? Yeah, Donald and, yeah, yeah, Donald and Douglas were the twins with, like, accents. I forgot if they were Irish or Scottish because I don't remember what they sound like, but I did remember that they were twins from somewhere. I miss all the stop motion kids shows. Biggest agree of all time, Cass. I think the worst ever thing that happened to children's shows was the downgrade from stop motion to CGI. Worst ever thing. Bob the Builder looks terrible now. Bananas in Pajamas, they look so ugly now. Fireman Sam, disgusting. Like, it's just the it's so disappointing because it's an art form. Stop motion is an art form. I'm scared to look it up. Well, you don't have to look it up. I'll look it up for you. I'll look it up for you. Why is the image this? Why does he look like that? Where did his wide face go? Like his really wide, round, oval face. He used to be shaped like a friend. Also, I'm sorry, this guy, I forget what this guy is called, but like this face has seen Satan. Like that. That is the face of trauma. Why does he look like a minion? Oh. He's a Bob that's never had a happy Tuesday. You're so right. Can we fix it? I wish. I wish. Where are the other ones? Bananas in Pajamas. Let's look this up now. Yeah, Bananas in Pajamas. Oh, okay, let me go to images. Bananas in Pajamas used to look like this. Like, that's cute as hell, right? This isn't even, I don't think this is even stop motion. This is just people in costumes. It's now this. Can I just see, look at these. Look at these lifeless souls. There's not, why are their mouths so wide? I don't know. And I hate it. And what was the last one we were looking at? Fireman Sam. Oh, we can look at Thomas the Tank Engine as well. Where's the old one? Do we even, is there even footage of the old one here? This is the old guy, I think. This looks stop motion-y. And now he looks like... Ugh. Yeah, Fireman Sam is not as bad. Fireman Sam is not as bad because they didn't actively change how he looks. Like, they didn't really change his face shape at all. He looks pretty much like the same guy there. And then... we've got... old Thomas the Tank Engine, right? Beautiful design. Love it so much. Why would you do this to him? It's just... the disappointment is immense. JJ the Jet Plane? I've never heard of JJ the Jet Plane in my life. Not my Thomas, exactly. It's just, so disappointing. Bring stop motion back. Bring stop motion and people in silly costumes back. What a way to spend an ad break. Hey, at least the people who watch the ads didn't have to miss out on any actual Ace Attorney plot points. They didn't miss any of it. So I think that's actually a pretty good way to spend an ad break, to be honest. All right, let's do some looking around. Let's start on the far left and then keep going. All right, hello, sir. I remember glancing over and seeing this figure sitting here as I left the dining room. So I guess I got it spot on when I put it here in my recreation. I didn't take a good look, but I'm sure there was a badger here. All right, we got that. Mirror. When you take a look around, it almost feels more like a house of mirrors. Indeed. Who has ever heard of this many mirrors inside of a haunted house before? Well, at least we know this is the real crime scene thanks to the mirror shards. That is true. Hey, wait. These shards, there's something different about them. Every ad break, you can show Bob the Builder again. Yeah. Every ad break, I can traumatize my subscribers. And people with ad block on with Bob the Builder instead. Maybe not being subscribed and getting the ads is actually the better option here. Oh? The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from these mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back too. The pieces from that costume are certainly different from the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors? That's interesting. Maybe it's a window that's broken? Diesel? Oh, Diesel was a bitch. Glad he fell in that viaduct. Listen, to this day, because of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, my mum now, like, sees any show that has a viaduct in it, and she, like, points and goes, "Viaduct!" Like, she's more tank engine pilled than I am. I imagine this is how he snuck up on you. That gadget of yours can even replicate people's movements? Well, it's used to plan heists, so of course it's going to be able to simulate the police. It's definitely very well made. Edgeworth is scared for his life right now. We got lucky with that rant. We didn't have to see what happened to Thomas after the cartoon reboot. Yeah. Perhaps too well made. Maybe I should confiscate it after the investigation. Well, she hasn't committed a crime with it, is the thing. You can't blame her for this. Pieces of a set of armor are in a pile here. Why do you think they almost always have sets of armor inside haunted houses? I suppose this sort of interior design is meant to bring out a sense of the abnormalcy. Why do your explanations have to be so hard to understand, Mr. Edgeworth? Kay, did you go to school by chance? That was not a confusing explanation. Now try explaining that again, but this time so that even a thief like me can get it. That may prove to be a most difficult task. Another mirror, that doesn't count. A painting here. Okay, I guess I look at myself again. You didn't recreate the weapon. Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So tell me, what were you hit with? The attack came from behind, so I have no idea. But I doubt it was someone's bare hands. Okay, then where were you hit? I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. What? Okay. That's on the right side. So they couldn't have had a swing at you with their left hand if they hit your right side. Unless they did like a backhand swing at you. which we kind of know for sure that they didn't do. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious. Ouch, it sounds painful. Why are you smirking like that when you say it? It's just your imagination. Now, let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon. I'm looking for something the culprit could have used to hit you with. Oh, okay. In the evidence? What could we have been hit with? Maybe a sword.
Take that!
I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword. Are you talking about this thing here? Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes, it's possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me. To leave no evidence behind, right? Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet. Oop. Okay, so what do you want to run on this sword? Well, it wouldn't be fingerprints because it was being held by a person in a badger costume. So I'm going to say test with luminol because he did say there was blood on the wound. The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so a fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Like I have a choice. Sheena, call the lab boys. Understood. Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless. So it must have been on the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? The left side. Okay, well the left side does make... No! If you're hitting someone with your left... If you're holding something with your left hand and hitting someone with the left side of the blade, it has to be a backhand swing. But in the recreation, it doesn't look like it's a backhand swing. It looks like it's just a strike down. I don't think the culprit did it with his left hand. I think it's gonna be a hand thing that's the problem. Okay, I'll update the recreation with this new piece of info. Sword time. If there's one thing funnier looking than a badger holding a bright red baseball bat, it is a badger holding a sword. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Okay, here. And in the next instant, this badger will swing his left arm, complete with the weapon in hand. Yes, to club me with the left side of the prop sword. Shall I recreate the moment of impact? I want to see the pained expression across your face. It's just fine the way it is. Wait, maybe not. Is it just my imagination or is something not quite right? Okay, something's not right here. The badger looks so happy, he does. Okay, let me see if I can... Okay, I don't have anything to logic yet. So let me investigate everything first. Then I'll try and logic myself out. You know, the bad badger is pretty bad looking when you see him up close. Well, what did you expect from a character named the Bad Badger? And those sunglasses! Wearing them in the dark makes him seem extra bad. Now I'm lost. Which meaning of bad does she really mean? Okay, I actually need to... No? Oh, I had an idea, but now I've lost the idea, chat. Because, okay, let me run you through the idea I had. Because I don't know why it's not... Yeah, I was thinking Why can't we investigate the broken light? Because I feel like the light might be where the shattered glass shards came from. Because look at this, all the other lights are fine. It's just this one that's broken. But we can't investigate it. So maybe this is a giant red herring that I'm falling for no reason. It's me. I have to say, it's rather embarrassing to see myself like this. Oh, so what were you thinking about at the time? I don't recall, but I would guess that I was thinking about the kidnapping. Really? Because I don't think so at all. Your face practically screams, I'm about to be conked over the head. If I had known that at the time, do you think I would have let myself be hit? Truth. Anything else? Maybe we look at the gun? We don't. They want me to deduce something here. What do I deduce here? Let me look. Costume separated into head and body. This head was left in the isolation room. Blue Badger, Lauren Porps, Proto Badger, Lance Amano, Bad Badger, Oliver Deacon. It was ripped from the Bad Badger costume. It's capable of firing blanks. Worn at time of shooting, gunpowder burn is proof he was shot from point blank. Different from the mirrors on the walls, is very, very thick and has a design on the back. Oliver Deacon's name and history. Oh, he's right-handed. Okay. Deduce. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? The fact that he's right-handed. This doesn't fucking work. According to this document, the victim was right-handed. Aha! I guess I should change which hand is holding the weapon then. Something was definitely not right. You're so right. You, however, Anna, are right. This image is not, but you are. Hold on, you two. You didn't think I was going to ignore something like that, did you? What are you talking about? Look, no interrupting when I'm about to have a little fun. Huh. Even if you changed your recreation, you'd only be wasting your time. It's not possible for that thing to hold something in its right hand, you know. But Mr. Edgeworth's logic is... What's that thing called? The Bad Badger? Just take another good look at its right hand. Oh, I forgot the weapon isn't in its right hand because there's already a gun in it. Huh. Precisely. You knew that already? Yes, and I also know that the Badger was holding the weapon in his right hand. Huh? Are you aware of what's coming out of your mouth? You just contradicted yourself. I have evidence, of course. Proof that the culprit held the sword in his right hand. Sounds interesting. All right then, show me this evidence. This piece proves that the culprit held the weapon in his right hand when he struck. Fuck! Is it this? The fact that it was hit with the left, like it would, like the hit would have to be so much more complicated if he used his left hand to hit me on the right side. Like it'd have to be like a twist. While hitting with the right would be, you know, a lot stronger and a lot more dominant. I want to say the sword, but the thing is I also want to say the gun because it was ripped from the Bad Badger costume. But the thing is, I don't think Deacon did it. Like, I'm 99% sure it wasn't Deacon. It was Lance. I'm still on the Lance train. I think Deacon did nothing wrong, other than, you know, help with the fake kidnapping. Sorry, had a sip of drink. The answer is the weapon itself. Except for a bit on the left side, this prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit has used his left hand, the blood spot would be the opposite side. I said that so wrong. But the replica Bad Badger isn't holding the sword in his right hand. Huh. I don't know what's going on anymore. Giving up already? It's simple. If he can't hold the sword in his left hand or his right hand, then the one who struck me could not have been the Bad Badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect. Fine, it was me. I hit you. It appears that you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance? Wait, isn't Lance left-handed? Ah, yes, but that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. So you see, firing a gun with one's not dominant hand is difficult, but that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the Proto-Badger. You got it. Here I go. Zoing. Hologram edited. Oh, the Proto-Badger is so weird. I hate those eyes. Now, we have a faithful recreation of the situation around the attack on me. All right, all we have to do is examine this new recreation and... Oh. What are you laughing about now? Ha ha ha! And what exactly is so funny, Agent Lang? That amusing little gadget. It sure packs a punch, right, Sheena? Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of little thief, you mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other. You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I've sat quietly by, listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right? Well, when you put it that way... Your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm going to let you in on this. There is a trick to this haunted house. And what may that be exactly? A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Sheena? Here you are. Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here on this pamphlet. The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House. The Disappearing Badger? What is this? I'd say that someone around here is fond of theatrics. And as you can see, they set a doll down at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll. Oh, no. Okay. How can this be? Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out of the window. But that can't be right. Maybe the culprit hid the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead. If the criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway, how could he hide a giant doll? Do you get it now? Thanks to your presumptions, your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse. Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? I can't quit. Not until I declare that I found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information you have my thanks. There you go again. We'll see if I care. Okay, I'm updating the recreation now. Jawoing! So the blue badger was at the end of the hallway, but we weren't. Curiouser and curiouser. Hey, thank you for stopping by. That looks really weird. Look at how it changes from the blue badger into the proto badger all of a sudden. If the slumped over badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding? Well, that's what we're gonna find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go! Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. Okay, well what do we... Okay, let's go right to left... No, left to right again. Goodness, my brain's not working. Back to this guy. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Okay. This blue badger is just a doll for use in this haunted house. I bet the one who killed this blue badger was the bad badger, right? According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they are each other's worst enemy. Because one's an ally of justice and the other's a vile criminal with a gun? Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other. Much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Oh, you fanboy! Okay. What are we supposed to be deducing here? Oh! I already see it. Okay. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Wait, let me go back. No, it is. It is connected. Yes. It's this one. Eureka! Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger. Huh? Like what? The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake? That can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet. So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? Mirror image? Question mark? The blue badger in the pamphlet photo is in reverse to the regular blue badger. But why? There must be some sort of explanation. Okay, but we have nothing else to deduce here, I think. So I think we can go. We've done the mirror. Let me do some cute... I want to connect these and... I want to at least try to connect these. Yes, I was right. Okay. It's because it's a mirror image. Kay, do you remember what you said earlier? What I said earlier about what? About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors. House of mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image. Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than the reflected image of a real one. Then was the blue badger you saw just a reflection? When I looked down this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror... Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right? Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost pitch black, and there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway. Wait, but why build this place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me. Kay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, one I can point out to you. This was the reason they built a mirror wall. Oh, why would they do that? Oh. What's the reason behind this? Maybe for the badger to... Oh, I don't want to lose any more health than I've done already. Look within yourself and surely you'll find the answer. All that's in me is bones, blood, and chocolate milk. Not sure I can find much. Oh. I'm gonna say it's this. They did it for the attraction. As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger. You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there. That was true at the time, however, doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. Move the mirror wall, move the blue badger, dim the lamps. Ooh. The chocolate milk worked. That is true, it did work. Dim the lamps. All they would have to do is dim the lamps. So that's how it's done. If it was completely dark in here, then you wouldn't be able to see the badger anymore. Yeah. Wait, hold on. That's completely pointless. You wouldn't be able to see anything at all, not even where you were going. Is that necessarily a bad thing? Bye, Cass! Get some yummy things at the grocery store. Well, it is if it negates the point of the attraction. I'd better rethink this. Doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. Move the mirror wall? To remove a reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created. Oh, so when they wanted people to see that blue badger, they would open the mirror. And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them. Ah, and if the pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway, then when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit. Huh? How so? Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept out of sight by hiding here. Blah! This room! There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see beyond, and it was here. If my assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror, then you wouldn't be able to see him. He didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll. Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror. Wait. Hold on. I just thought of something. Yes? Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now, in reality? Since we have a few shards of it, we can probably assume it is. Yes, it most definitely is broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound. Leave the money and go, now. Ah, that was the sound of it breaking. That must have been when he died, right? The gunshot going off? That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Kay, I'd like you to input some new information. Ah, don't scare me like that. Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me. Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway? If you could first recreate this hallway just before I entered the dining room. You got it. She's so cute! Now this. I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering. You heard what? Then? Yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken. Okay, so then when you stepped outside into the hallway again, the mirror wall should no longer exist. Kay, please recreate that. Got it. I love that everyone else is just kind of standing there and everyone is just letting this bullshit happen. Like, Lance has said a couple of dumb things, but like, other than that, no one has like interrupted or tried to argue this at all. They're just there. Enjoying the moment. Wait, But with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth? Huh, so that's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. I think this about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything. No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head. Huh? Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation lies... Oh, what? Oh, I don't know. Can I move this way? No, I can't. Okay. What could the I don't know. What's the contradiction here? No, I don't, I don't know what the contradiction is. No. Oh, I'm lost now. I'm lost. I'm out. Oh. It would have to be... I'm thinking something here, right? But, I can't even look at any other evidence or anything to figure out... I missed the last few things Edgeworth said. With the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. Inconsistency between what? It has to be like here, right? I'm gonna try it. Nope, I'm wrong. Damn it. All right, there's one bit of health gone. Okay. The scene I saw before me and what's being presented in this recreation. There's something that was there on site that isn't in this recreation. Like what? The inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation lies... Want to save? There's no way to save. I can't save right now. Am I reading that title correctly? You are indeed useless chicken. It's just a saying. The saying, eat the rich. But yes, the title is correct. You can save between guesses. Baby. Thank you for the follow, useless chicken. Welcome in. How you doing? Welcome to the Strawberry Patch. I'm also here for any last-minute answers. Okay, well, I'm not gonna use you guys I'm not gonna make you guys give me an answer, but I will just ask. Is it this? I've already guessed this guy, and that's not it. So I'm gonna say, if I guess this guy, would that be correct, yes or no? I'm gonna get you guys to tell me if I'm right or wrong instead of the game. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch muff. We're trying to find a contradiction, right? What's Edgeworth's question? The inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation. Or one specific spot. Is it here? Did he see... Okay, did he see the badger before he was in the dining room or after? Because if he saw it after, or both, that is true, Rasira. Also, hi, Rasira, welcome in. Okay. I think I've got an idea of what's happening. I think if we saw the blue... I've been here since the cursed CGI stuff. Were you? I'm sorry. Did I not say hello earlier? My brain, man. No, it might be here. Because if we also saw the blue badger here afterwards, after we left the dining room giving them the ransom, then that could prove that the mirror breaking was also Deacon dying. I'm thinking less of an inconsistency. I'm thinking more this could be how the death happened.
Take that.
Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall. Oh, there's no blue badger there. Exactly. The blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction. Okay, so I did see... Edgeworth did see the badger after he left the dining room, not just before he went... Before he was in the dining room and after he was in the dining room, he saw it both times. Okay. This is the final point on this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction. Swap-de-doo time. Oh no, we're out of here, actually. You can save in now if you wanted. Okay, I'll save. Sure. Give me that save button. Thank you. The haunted house's secret trick is where we're at. So, let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right? And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger. I think... Oh, we can't present a person? Okay, I hate that we can't present people. I just save a lot. It's up to you, of course. I found that when it comes to evidence and stuff like that, I have found this game so far significantly easier than the other Ace Attorney games in terms of health and stuff, in terms of like health and making guesses and presenting evidence and stuff like that. I don't know if this game is easier or if I'm just getting better, but either way, I'm figuring it out. So what do we... I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger. What do we present for this? 'Cause there's like... Thank you, the real Matt on guard, for the follow. Oh, wow. Welcome in, dude. Do we present this? I'm gonna present this, I think.
Take that.
The badger I saw was, in actuality, the dead victim's body. What? Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final, decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off. And you can consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was their life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken. Huh. You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot?
Objection.
There were a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I assume. How goes finding a kidnapper? It's going very well, Matt on Guard. How's jail? I think. Is that what happened to Matt on Guard? He went to jail, right? How's jail doing, bro? The gunshot must have blended right in. Now then, I'd like you to recall something for me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Lance Amano. I'm sorry. He's apologizing? No way. Yeah, he wanted to get killed by Dakilla because he didn't want to be murdered. It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See? That's justified self-defense. Oh, you did. Thunder Phoenix, I thank you for deleting that for obvious possible spoiler reasons, but like I don't know what any of that means. It's all out of context. I don't care about that spoiler. If it's about Christoph Gavin, I know who that is. Like, I know the name. See? That's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. That remains to be seen, and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. As if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight. What? Arrest Armand? Ernest as well? Okay, damn. Eating the rich for real. Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder. The only person you should be arresting is Lance. I'm still gonna be very trigger happy with any messages mentioning characters from future games. I mean, I don't particularly want that. Like, I get what you're trying to do, but okay. If the other chatters appreciate it, that's okay. But the thing is, I know a bunch of stuff from the new games because of what I've seen on Twitter. Like, I'm on Ace Attorney Tumblr. I'm on Ace Attorney Twitter. I know a lot of things that have happened, and I'm not someone who hates spoilers of anything. But I thank you for your consideration. The only person you should be arresting is Lance, already throwing his son under the bus. Damn. Dad? Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Armano. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover your for his son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here? Is there another crime that he's investigating that was a part of this? And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wound me. I came all this way from across the sea, just to see you, you know? Yes, I haven't played Apollo Justice yet. I'm doing investigations first, and then I'm going to the Apollo trilogy after that. Though from what I've heard, it's not really the Apollo trilogy, it's the Apollo 4th game, and then the 5th and 6th games aren't really there. aren't really his, unfortunately. Poor guy. Sidelined in his own trilogy. You came to see me? Could very well be tax evasion. I think it's a part of the art fraud stuff that he's been looking into with, Francisca. What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about a case from 10 years ago. Oh, never mind. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name that you use here for that case? Sheena? It's known as the KG8 incident. No. Oh, chat. There's another one? Oh. We had DL6. We had whatever the fuck the Rise from the Ashes one was. And now we've got this. SL9, that's it. Oh my goodness, it just keeps going. Okay. We are now target equipped to solve another ancient thing that happened when what? Miles was 16? Oh, jeez. The KG8 incident? Oh, so you remember it? Good. Then you'll recall that the trigger in that case was the Amano Group scandal. Specifically, the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling? There's that word again. I love how Zeph has completely forgotten KG8 being mentioned in the tutorial case. I forgot it was mentioned in the tutorial case, but I do remember the KG8 case rings a bell, but it wasn't quite there. I forgot where it rung the bell from. I could hear a bell, but I couldn't tell where the bell was. That's what happened just then. At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Deveray. Father. Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Deveray, I always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Deveray was arrested in place of you, which is why when he broke out, you hid him from police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret. Now. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. Damn, the Amanos are sweaty boys. Like, these two are dripping. Oh? Who? What? Oh, we've got oh, great. We've got another enemy. Enemy number 3 has arrived. The file stolen from Edgeworth's office mentioned KG8. Okay. What the? Who the heck was that? Wait. This case takes place before the tutorial. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. I've decided I don't like the timeline of this game. I don't like the timeline of this game. I don't like this. I don't like that the timeline is weird. You gonna hate Dual Destinies then? Well, that'll be fun when I get there. I've also forgotten the voice I gave Jacques Sportsman. So, like, I'm so lost. I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. I'm just gonna use basic fucking voice because I have forgotten what I made Portsman sound like. You know what? That works. You know what, Rasira? That works. And who the heck are you? I'm Jacques Portman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Oh, Jacques. Thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so keep your paws off my suspect. Sorry, but I can't comply. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. You gave an American voice last time, didn't you? I think so. I think so. Mayor, I will finish this conversation and then I will... We'll do your tarot card. So if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors, the whole lot of you. Oh, bye-bye. Guys, arrest the two suspects. Sir. Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal. Hey, is that any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean? You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So, how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. It's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Amato in the smuggling ring, right? What? Jacques Portman just tried to stop Amano from being arrested and he still thinks I'm the corrupt prosecutor? What is wrong with you? No, I would never do such a thing. Shh, what the heck? Oh, intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. Ah, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Armano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? You bitch, do you not? This bro hasn't kept up with the news, has he? There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you? The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. Well, don't worry. It's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor who never lost in 40 years? Every defendant must be found guilty? Fueled by that kind of thinking? Is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Prosecutors, the courts. Why is this man so angry with us all? Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. So don't you forget it. Hey, Sheena. You're like a shadow, aren't you? Please wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors? Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Lang in Zhongfa. The heads of all the police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood. Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still? They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the courts. How can that be? A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence of one of the Lang detectives found. That evidence's purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust. But not all prosecutors are like that. Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor. So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Oh. Yeah. Manfred is such a weird name. It gives Townsville, Queensland vibes, bro. Oh my goodness. Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim. We better catch up. Yeah. We've still got to deliver that thing to the old man after all. Deliver that thing? Excuse me? Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves. Yeah. Are you going home, Mr. Edgeworth? No. I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. If it's all right with you, can you drop me off at my office? No problem, sir. Excuse me? Yes? What is it? Thank you very much. Oh, it's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Oh, she's so sweet. Just doing my job as a detective. Bag 5 of 5? Nice! I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure. There she goes again, talking to herself. Kay, maybe don't be so happy about this. This woman nearly got sent to prison, got framed for the murder of her own father, and she didn't even realize it was her father. Like, girl, I think Porps has every right to be upset right now. Ms. Porps, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping. No, I have no idea. Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance, which means that from the beginning, he had no interest in the staged self-abduction. Wait, then why did he... I believe it was because of your presence, Ms. Porps. Me? Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Deveray into cooperating. Father. As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Amano family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on. Speak your mind. That is... Thank you very much. You're welcome. Although there is no need to thank me. No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you. Oh my goodness, she's falling for me as well. No! This is a gay man, brother! Yes, leave, quickly, before you make a fool of yourself. Looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to go, sir! Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief. Huh? What are you going on about now? Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts. Autism. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. Huh? If you haven't remembered in all this time, I guess I'm just gonna have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know. What? Huh? What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl? Looks like you totally forgot me too, Gummy. Gummy? Here, maybe this will jog your memories. I promised I'd return this to you one day. Remember? That's... That single piece of cloth took me back far, far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago, when I first met the then child Kay? What? What, he'd been 19? And Detective Gumshoe. The end? Wait, are we going back in time again? Are we gonna go back in time again? Oh, do we have to? Turnabout reminiscence. Oh. Backwards again, man. So what? Okay. So let me get the chronological order right. This case happens. Then this case happens. Then this case happens. Is that what I'm getting right? Also, thank you, Celestial Solo Knight. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the stream. And then apparently, this is gonna come before everything else, which, not only everything else, 7 years before everything. Oh my gosh. They're really doing those, we have to connect all the dots together kind of stuff. Ugh. Okay, well... when I'm conflicted. The fourth case happens during the end of the third case when Edgeworth is remembering his past. Okay, gotcha, thank you. Ace Attorney Payne, for real. Makes as much sense as the FNAF lore. Hey, I don't know anything about the FNAF lore, and let me tell you, I'm kind of glad about it. Oh. Well, now what do I do? Do I need to yap about FNAF lore to you? I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I could deal with FNAF lore. This is my favorite case in this game. Introduction to one of my favorite characters from the Edgeworth series. Ooh. Okay. You're tempting me. You're tempting me. I don't know whether to start it. I can explain it in a way that's easy to understand. It'll only take me 89 hours. Okay. Jeez, that's too many. That's too many hours. Oh. My friend can do it in 6 seconds. Oh, they can do it in a vine? Yes, that's right! We have a tarot card for Mare. Mare! Mare, are you still here? Question mark? Please be here, Mare. Where are you? Yeah! Mare, what is your question? Do you have a question, or do you want the tarot card? Do you want vibes? You want vibes. Okay. Let me do some shuffling again. Every day I'm shuffling. Do 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 do. All right. Thank you, G Charizard, for the stretch. Ooh, my shoulders are popping. My shoulders are crack-a-lacking. All right. All right. Ooh, I like this. I like this. I like you. Party rocker in the house tonight. Isn't it Party Rock is? Interesting. Interesting. Mayor, you have got the Four of Pentacles. Imagine going to a tarot shop and the person reading them just sings that. Best tarot shop in the world, I think. All right, Four of Pentacles. The keyword on the card itself is stability, and the other keywords are emotional wealth, happiness, foundation, and comfort. The Four of Pentacles often appears following a period of financial hardship and heralds the arrival of a happier time for you and your bank balance. More certainty and less anxiety can be expected as debts are paid, jobs are found, and temporary contracts are made permanent. Financial disputes over property, money, or land are likely to end favorably, while any cost-cutting measures, such as downsizing to a smaller home or foregoing vacations, could pay off. However, it can also signify the need to be less stingy with money, so prepare for the future, but remember to also enjoy the present. So that sounds pretty good. Sounds like things might be looking up for you from here. I want to see if there's any, like, other meaning, because that meaning was, like, incredibly financial, and I want to make sure, like, I want to know if there's anything else other than, like, financial meanings. Nope. Let me read it. Okay. From what it sounds like, it's just money. Thank you for the hydrate, Celestial Solo Knight. You may be attached to material things, allowing possession to become your life. The broader lesson is to honor and respect money and wealth, but don't become so attached that you lose sight of what's most important to you. Friends, family, happiness, and love. If you are struggling with your finances, then the Four of Pentacles comes as wise advice to manage your money and resources more carefully so that you do not live beyond your means. Make sure you do not spend more than you earn and that you have a budget and savings plan in place so you can reach your financial goals. Beyond money and wealth, okay, here's a little extra. Beyond money and wealth, the Four of Pentacles appears when you are seeking out more control in your life. At work, you may be micromanaging or not letting others mess around with your area. In a relationship, you may be protective, even possessive, ensuring that no one threatens what you built. On a personal level, you may have an inflexible attitude and resist change. You may even feel more inclined to hoard your possessions. After all, you already established a way of living that works for you. Change feels like a threat to your certainty, safety, and security in life. Any suggestion of doing things differently is therefore going to be met with resistance. So playing it safe may be the way to go rather than taking any risks at this point. So it sounds like a lot of be careful with yourself, but also don't deny yourself happiness. I guess is what I think it is. So, that's interesting. Obviously, I think it's a good lesson in general. Like, take care of yourself, make sure you're being good and careful with yourself and obviously money and possessions and stuff like that. But at the same time, there's a point where you can become so careful that the idea of saving or the idea of, you know, looking after yourself, taking care of yourself, stuff like that doesn't, you know, it suddenly overtakes any other form of kind of happiness or passion or comfort that you have. So make sure you take time for yourself to, you know, be good to yourself and make sure, you know, you experience joy. Stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay. We've done the tarot with Matt, and it's like 2:15, which I think is like the earliest in a long time that I have finished stream. Let me quit thingo first of all. Yes. Let me leave Ace Attorney first of all, and then I figure out what to do. Let's see who's live. Ah, shit. I'll move to my just chatting phase. Look at Miss Rupee. Isn't she cute? There's our tabby cat of the day, chat. Turn into a just chatting stream? I might, but like, I was a just chatting stream before. I usually do just chatting before I play the game. I don't usually do it afterwards. I could do it afterwards, but I don't usually do that. But we've got a couple of options for some raids. We have, all right, let me see what I've got. Okay, there we go. Opened a few options for you all. Do we have pronouns? POV every single agenda person? True. What is a pronoun, really? Okay. We've got a we've got a few options here, actually. We have got, okay. What do we want to watch? We can watch some Fortnite. We can watch some Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. We can watch some Overwatch 2. We can watch some Baldur's Gate 3. We can watch some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And we can watch some Hades. So, does anyone have any opinions on the game they'd like to see next? What are we thinking next? I vote Smash Brothers, but I'm fine with any. Fortnite or Hades. Smash Brothers. Okay. We've got 2 Smash Brothers votes. So we can go to Smash Brothers. The other thing is that the person that is playing Smash Brothers is, wait, let me see if there's pronouns. To quote myself, do we have pronouns? Not 100% sure. That's all right. That's fine. But either way, this is a person that I don't think we've ever raided before. So that is a fun little thing. Getting to potentially know new people. All right. So we are going to be raiding Flower Kirby, who is a fellow Australian PNG tuber. And they're currently in a tournament right now for Super Smash Bros. Actually. So let's cheer them on. All right. Let's get this raid on. Flower Kirby. What a cute name. Flower Kirby. There we go. Let's start that raid. All right, everybody. Everyone send your love to Flower Kirby. They are currently in a Super Smash Bros. Tournament, so wish them a lot of luck. For those who are followers of the channel or just viewers right now, this is the raid message. And then if you are a subscriber to the channel, if you're a sub, use the sub raid message. So purple hearts for followers and then red hearts and wiggles for subscribers. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming. Next up on Thursday, we will be playing some Minecraft. We'll be finally going to look for a bastion in the Nether because we we have so much like netherite and we don't know. We need a bastion to, actually use it. And then next week we'll get back to Ace Attorney. If you want to be a part of the community and hang out, catch up with other people, feel free to join the Discord, vote in our Community Day games. And if you want to join the Discord, sorry. And then if you want to follow my various socials, I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram. But thank you everyone so much for coming. I will see you next time. Give Flower Kirby a lot of love. Bye-bye.